Hi, beautiful people. Honest Am here. I'm not going to waste your time. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. All right. So today our message is going to be about responsibility and contentment. So the two messages that flew out is Andrew number 17, responsibility and contentment. Guys, please forgive me for my nails. And also I'm a little self-conscious about them because they canceled my appointment. Them bitches canceled my appointment. I'm pissed. But anyways, so just know I feel very subconscious because I know my nails look a mess. But just, I told myself I would not record videos for vanity reasons or not put a video up for vanity reasons because that's not really why I'm doing this. So, okay. Angel number 43. Responsibility. The first message that I get right away, as you see, this is an angel holding a world. And so the message that I get right away is that God is asking us to take responsibility for our life. He's asking us to stop allowing, destiny and circumstances to just let to rule and dictate our life. I think a lot of us have to understand, and I think it's because, in Christianity, we were conditioned that, a lot of us just believe like things just happen or there's a such thing as fate or karma. And those things are very true. But I want you to think about karma as though it is simply a result of anything that you give your energy to. So, meaning that if you give your energy to nothing but good things, nothing to try to be the best of yourself, nothing but, really just trying to be the best person that you can be, then you have to know that your karma or what's coming back to you is nothing but good. Right? Like, why would something bad come if you haven't been doing anything but being your best self? Or you haven't done anything but try to be a better person? And so I feel like what God is saying is to stop just allowing our life circumstances to dictate how our life is going to go. Yes, it's true that we were born in a certain family. We were born in a certain environment. And all of those factors may be true. We have this history with this country as Black people. But that doesn't dictate who you're meant to be. That doesn't determine the trajectory of your life. What determines the trajectory of your life is your mindset. It's what you believe is possible for your life. And it's for you. And it's when you take responsibility of your life. When you decide, okay, yes, nobody in my family never lived out their dreams. Nobody in my family never, had a great relationship. But that stops with me. I'm going to be the one who's going to live out their dreams. I'm going to be the one who has a healthy marriage. And then you take responsibility for that. How do we take responsibility for it? We take responsibility for it by making sure that we're making conscious choices. A lot of us keep thinking that, you can just do anything and it doesn't matter. Everything you do, every choice you make, who you pick up the phone for, who you hang out with, where you go, all of it is like putting pennies in a penny bank. It's like putting a penny up. So either you can put a penny towards your dreams or you can put a penny towards some bullshit. I don't know about you, but I choose to take responsibility and to keep putting pennies in my dreams, to keep feeding myself, to keep doing things that are going to push me closer and closer to my dreams. Yeah, it's easy to say, oh, it's impossible to live your dreams when you're not even trying. When you're not even doing anything, where you're not making conscious decisions and conscious choices. Yeah. It sounds like a fluke. It sounds like, just this whimsical thing. But it's not. This is how the world got us fucked up. It's not. Everybody that made it, they made that conscious choice. They made a decision that this is who I'm going to be. And if only we could do that, if only we can remember that it's that simple as making a decision, as taking responsibility for our life, then a lot of us can start achieving our dreams. Like, at this point, it's like, I don't even look at it as whimsical or as if I'm like, being extra. It's just my reality. Like, I deserve all these good things because of who the fuck I am. I had to really think about my life, and like, I was walking Cuddy this morning and I was thinking about the Sherry Tapini story. And if you don't know about it, this story is pretty much a white woman just decided she was tired of her life. And so she lied to her ex-boyfriend. And so her ex-boyfriend and her husband was beating on her. And then she literally just left her whole life. Act like she left her whole life. She put her phone down, took out some hair, and pretty much faked her own kidnapping. And then she saw, like, of course, all of her, what she did started getting media attention. Her husband is trying to find her and all this stuff. And then come to find out, this bitch lied. Like, she just lied about the whole thing. And like, the whole thing about the reports is like, oh, this is such a perfect family, and she's so beautiful, and she's this, and this bitch is crazy. And like, it just made me realize, like, because of how I didn't even know this was something that I believed, but because of media and because of what I saw on TV, I genuinely believed in my heart and soul that if I wasn't super skinny or super pretty, then I didn't deserve good things. I thought that just because you were beautiful, that meant that you were a good person. And now, thanks to true crime and thanks to life, I know that your outer appearance is nothing. It may as well be a fucking mask. It may as well be the sock that you put on your feet. Because this shit, your outward appearance, it doesn't mean shit. Who you are is on the inside. Who you are is the choices and the decisions that you make. And so I feel like I'm saying this because maybe you were like me. Maybe you felt like, oh, because because I'm black, or because I'm fat, or because, I don't have a certain degree, I can't live out my dreams. Because I'm from Detroit, I can't live out my dreams. Maybe you have those limitations in your mind, and I am just here to tell you that that's a lie, and that you can do anything you put your mind to, and you can become whoever the fuck you want to be if only you would take responsibility for your life. Okay? The next message that came out is contentment, and hold on, I have to grab some more frankincense because my smudging going down. 1 second. Get some more frankincense. I got this from my Destiny. I love you, Destiny. Queen Katera. Angel Gang Gang. That's my girl. Angel Gang Gang. I don't know her, but she said something the other day on her live when she was like, I channel for a living. Like, I do this shit for a living. And I'm just like, see, yes, like, that's what I want. Like, I just want to do this shit for a living. But anyways, you don't need to hear about that. Contentment. So God is telling you to have responsibility for your life on one hand. So which means make conscious choices, be mindful of where you give your energy to, be mindful of what you're giving your attention to. But then also you still have to have this energy of contentment. Because the problem that a lot of us have is that when we have this awakening that, oh, I want to, live out my dreams, or I want to become whoever, whoever I think I'm supposed to be in my mind, the first thing you do, and maybe let me not say you, I'm going to say the first thing I did, angel number 741, is that when I became awakened and when I really was like realizing that I'm the oldest. I'm a first generation college student. Well, my mom went to school, but she kind of honestly, I don't even know if my mom went to school for real. I don't know. I don't know if she graduated. But anyway, so I'm a first generation college student, right? And I remember like before when I was about to, fill out my application, pick out my major, I was going to be a theater major. Like it wasn't even a thought in my mind. And my mom was like, no, that's not realistic. You need to do something where you can actually get a job. And for some reason, like because she said that, and because, if you know my story, I got kicked out of my daddy house when I was 13, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole thing. So when she told me that acting was not realistic, like I just stopped doing it. Like I stopped thinking about it. I stopped working towards that dream. I just let it go. Now, mind you, since I was a little girl, I'm talking 4, 5, 6, I have dreamed of acting. Mind you, I don't even know why. Like, why am I 4 or 5 talking about being an actress? But anyways, that was just me. Like, since a little girl, I've always knew I wanted to be in movies. When I was in high school and when I was in middle school, I used to talk about, oh, I'm going to move to California and I'm going to be in movies and da-da-da-da. As soon as I turn 18, I'm moving to California, blah, 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 blah. And then at 16, I fell in love. And then at 17, I was like so committed into this relationship. And then at first I was going to go to Atlanta and me and him was going to go to Atlanta together. And then I went to Hampton, and long story short, I realized I just let that dream go. So when my mom said that acting wasn't realistic, I just let it go. And so I started doing accounting, and I like went head first into accounting. I got the internship. I got a, public accounting firm. I did everything that you could do to be successful. And to the outside world, I was successful. To my mom, to my organizations, to my community. Everybody looked at me like this Detroit public school success story. I was doing speeches. I was just, doing speeches, and then I actually get to the job, and I wasn't even on that job for maybe 2 months when I remember I was in car, and that's when I had my awakening where I was like, wait, I'm supposed to do this shit for the rest of my life? Like, I'm supposed to go into the office, fake and pretend and act like I give a fuck about any of this shit is going on for the rest of my life? Hell no. And like immediately I started thinking about, oh, like I failed myself. I should have did theater, or I should have went away to California. And like I was just beating myself up because I'm just like, I didn't make the right choice. I didn't do it right. And I fucked up. I thought I was like, okay, it's too late for me. Now, you can spend a lot of energy just beating yourself up and saying, I didn't do the right major. I didn't go to the right school. But the fact of the matter is, obviously you did because you did it. Obviously, all of that happened. It was supposed to happen because you did it. And now you're here and you still have that awakening. You're still remembering your dreams. And so it's not what this message of contentment is coming out, because God don't want you to be like, oh, I fucked up. It's over for me. God doesn't want you to, he doesn't want you to think that your dreams are impossible. He wants you to take responsibility for your life. So you are here. Yes, you may not be where you want to be, but now that you have that awareness that, hey, I still want to do this, you can go after it. But God is saying, don't have this energy of like, oh, I'm stupid. No, have a sense of contentment. Have a sense of being like, I am in the right place at the right time. And just know that by you taking responsibility from your life right now and then making conscious choices, conscious decisions, just start where you are. That's what the message is. Start where you are. That's all it is. That's all God is asking you to do. Start where you are. Start taking responsibility for your life right here and now. Don't wish to have nothing else. Don't wish to be nobody else. Have contentment for your life, for who you are. Take responsibility for it and begin to move in the direction of your dreams. And if you do that, it will come. It will work out. The blessing, or the steps will come. And I'm gonna get some because I don't want to just keep talking. This is the law of attraction. I was gonna say a lot of you guys are like, the big picture. Okay, the big picture is that you want to be a writer-director, right? Break that down. What does it take to become a writer-director? It takes that you have to have a script. So what type of script you want to do? What type of movie you want to shoot? So now you need to be spending all your time, all your energy on script writing, figuring that out. Honestly, I was looking the other day, I was really thinking about my life, and I was like, damn, I've been working on my book for 7 years. I've been on this journey of trying to realize this dream for almost 10 years. And one part of me felt sad, damn, it's 10 years and I still don't feel like I made it. But then the other part of me was like, it was 10 years, it was 7 years, and it doesn't even feel like it's been 7 years. The time is going to go by anyway. Time is going to move by. You're going to go through your life anyway. So why not do it in service of your dreams? Why not doing it? Why not spend your days working towards your dreams? Because honestly, what the fuck else you going to do? If you know you're miserable in your job, you know you don't like the way that the direction of your life is going, why not just take responsibility for your life and begin to slowly move in the direction of your dreams? Ain't nobody saying shit on your job. Ain't nobody saying, it's have a contentment. Because you are where you're supposed to be. God had you go through that. He had you go through that process for a reason. So have contentment for that. Because guess what I realized? I realized that as much as, I was frustrated that I didn't go straight to Hollywood and that I didn't chase my dreams, it also led me here. It also led me to doing YouTube. Doing tarot and to doing the yoga and all that other stuff. So it's don't shit on your journey and don't shit on your younger self. You did the best that you could do. So start where you are, take responsibility for your life, and begin to gently move in the direction of your dreams. Okay, God, clarify this message of responsibility and contentment. Just give us a tool that we can use. Why are you trying to get us to take responsibility for our life? Why is it so important for us to have this sense of contentment? Or what do you want us to know? Allow no room for doubt or confusion in me and the viewer's mind. I love this. Start where you are. This card, oh my God, I love this. This card came out. I saw it, but I didn't pick it up. I am developing the skill to direct my thoughts. Again, about this responsibility and contentment. The most valuable skill or talent that you could ever develop is that of directing your thoughts towards what you want. To be apt at quickly evaluating all situations and then quickly coming to the conclusion of what you most want and then giving your undivided attention to that. There's tremendous skill in deliberately directing your own thought that will yield results that cannot be compared with the results that mere actions can provide. And so what God is trying to tell you is that your mindset is honestly more important than your work ethic. Damn. Angel number 1520. Your mindset is 10 times more important than your work ethic. Because the person who believes it and who think that they can happen is who's going to make it happen. But the person who doubting it and doing it is definitely not going to happen. And this is the problem for a lot of you guys. You say, oh, I did try this before. No, you didn't, because you didn't think it was possible. You thought that, oh, karma. You thought that, oh, that's not, and nobody in my family. You were thinking negative. You weren't really going after your dreams thinking about, you know what, I've been a good ass person. You know what, I really have a good ass heart. I really did the best that I can do. I really 90% of the day I'm putting out good ass energy. So why wouldn't that come back to me? You weren't going after your dream with that mindset. You was going after your dreams with the mindset of being like, this may work, it may not. I would never forget angel number 1616. I manifested this Black healing retreat because I was like, God, I believe in this stuff, but I don't see no Black people doing it. So like, show me Black people doing it. And he showed me Black people doing it. And I met this Black channeler. And the first thing that she said to me, that there's a difference between knowing and believing. This is a lot of us on YouTube, you just know. That's why you're watching all these videos, because you want to get that, you're trying to get that confirmation. You're trying to get that affirmation that, okay, this is right. There's people who believe this stuff. And yeah, this is okay. Yeah, we need this so that we know that we're not on this journey alone. This is what the purpose of life is for, right? But you need to start believing it. And when you believe it, and this is what she told me, you walk different, you feel different. And it's so true. At first I was like, okay, that's a cute little answer. But now that I'm actually living this shit and I'm actually walking in it, and it's I feel myself walk different. I feel myself in my body. Before I used to be so in my head, but now I feel myself in my body. And when I feel, it's my whole soul is taking up space in my body. I'm not just moving through life. I'm not just pretending to be, I'm my full self. And I noticed that when I walk in rooms, niggas just, I don't know, now I just realize, I can see people just, they just, I don't want to sound cocky, but people, my energy is just it's effective. It's contagious. I come in, I light up a room. I got that up. My manager told me that on my performance review. That ain't some shit you don't say in corporate America, but it's the truth. I went into the office yesterday and so many people just kept looking at me and smiling. Oh my God, I'm just so happy to see you. I'm just so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here, because my energy is fucking amazing. And it's not because of, I want them. It's because of all that good. I spend time on myself. I love on myself. I love on other people. I love on my projects. I spend 90% of my time working on my own shit, loving on my own self, bringing my own creations to life. And people can feel that. People can tell. I love my brother's girlfriend because she doesn't try to be anything. She doesn't put on airs. You can tell she is her true fucking self. Regardless of what anybody else think about that. And I fucks with that. I like people like that. I like that energy of just being I'm me. And this is what God trying to get you to understand. That energy of I'm me. I deserve these things because I'm me. That's going to get you what you want 10 times faster than you trying to work yourself hard. I keep telling y'all, we in the divine feminine era. That shit over. Ain't nobody working hard no more. Shit, nobody's corporate. That's why corporate about to be out the door. They don't even know it. Ain't nobody working hard no more. Ain't got time for that shit. There's no shortage of time or money. So this is just confirming that for you guys that you may have been watching this video, yeah, it sounds good. You young. I'm 32. You young. This. Yeah, you still have time to live your life. I was just having this conversation on Twitter. I don't plan on dying until I'm 100 plus. Like, I'm going to live to 100 plus years old. Like, I've declared that. I just know that in my soul. And my brother did the research somewhere on Ancestry.com to say it's true. Age number 2001. And so if I'm not dying until I'm like 100 years old, I'm only 32. I'm at the 30% mark. I ain't even halfway through living my life. It's fucking time. I still have time. And even if you 60 years old, you still have time. If God decided to be like, to still have that mind, that dream that you had in your heart since you was a little girl, if you still thinking about it, you still even being like, oh, since a little girl, do you know how much shit that takes for that dream to stick on you? That means that you're meant to do it. And there's no shortage of time. There's no shortage of money. There's no shortage of resources. There's no way that you cannot get it. It's actually meant for you to have it. I feel like that dream is like, please come. Like, I can make you feel so much better. That's why it's on your mind so much. And God is saying, if you could just take responsibility for your life and just focus on that dream, focus on being like, I just want to make this a reality, God will rearrange heaven and earth for you. The last message, my favorite card, Angel number 2120, under contentment. The law of attraction adds power to both my problems and solutions. This is why it's so important. This is why it is so important to develop the skill to develop the skill to direct your thought, because the law of attraction adds to both the problems and the solutions. Before I even read this card, what it means is that if you think about a problem, how can you get a solution? Because you're focused on a problem. The law of attraction, I want you to always understand this, that fuck man laws, what rule right now, because there is no veil, is spiritual laws and universal laws. And so what matters right now and what is king is that what you give your energy to is what you're going to get, right? And so if you're giving your energy to your current circumstance, if you're giving your energy to your lack, and then you think that you're going to work real hard and it's going to just somehow cancel all that out, it's not. Especially not in this age, not in the Aquarius age. It's just not going to happen. I'm telling you this now. And so what God is trying to get you to understand is that what you need to do is to take responsibility of your thoughts and to focus on your dreams. Because when you focus on your dreams, even if you have a problem, what happens is that now, instead of focusing on the problem, you can turn your attention to the solution, because the problem and the solution is on two different frequencies. So if you're focusing on the problem over here, you can never get to the frequency of the solution. And so that's why God is asking you to develop the skill to direct your thoughts, so that whenever you are on this spiritual journey and you have moments of being like, oh shit, I don't have funding, or I don't have this, or I don't have a writer's group, instead of just being like, I don't have a writer's group, I don't have a writer's group, I don't have a writer's group, all you have to do is just like, I don't have a writer's group, and now put your mind on the solution, on just thinking about, okay, it'll be amazing if I had a writer's group, because this is why I want a writer's group, or this is this, like, or even don't even think about it at all. Focus on, okay, I don't have a writer's group right now, but what I do have is I need to keep working on my script. Or if I don't have a writer's group right now, what I do have is a connect where I can get a manuscript critique. So I'm going to go do that. It's like, what God is saying is, when you don't focus on the problem and you just do something else, just find another solution, even if it's one that you don't plan on going to, you allow yourself to move out of the energy of the problem and you start moving on the frequency of the solution. I'll read this for you. The realization that something is not as you want it to be is an important first step. So you realize your life is not as you want it to be. Great. But once you have identified that, the faster you are able to turn your attention in the direction of the solution, the better, because a continuing exploring of the problem will prevent you from finding the solution. And so remember, I was telling you when I first began this message, is that a lot of you guys have realized that you don't like your life, that you didn't necessarily go after your dreams, and now you're kind of beating yourself up about it. Like, I didn't do the right major. I did this. If I would have made this choice, if I would have went here, if I would have did there, if I would have did. And God is saying none of that is going to help you, because now you're just stuck in this cycle of being like shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? And so instead of staying in that cycle, you recognize that, okay, I was not going after my dreams. I'm not happy with my life. So what can I do now? I'm not happy with my life. I'm not anywhere near Hollywood. There's nowhere that I could just go sign up to be a writer, actor. Like that's not possible. What can I do right now where I am in my current reality to get me one step closer to my dreams? And so if you wanted to be an actress, something that you can do right now to bring you one step closer to your dream is find you an actor's workshop. To find you somewhere, start getting you in the energy of being around people, taking classes. When you do that, now you're in the energy of the solution, and God can open up other things to you. Now it doesn't matter that you didn't do theater in college. It didn't matter that you didn't, make the right decision, because now you're on the path anyway, because you just made a fucking decision. You see what I'm saying? The problem is a different vibrational frequency from the solution, and all thoughts are affected by and managed by the law of attraction. Okay? I'm gonna leave that right there. This message is just really, really simple. I feel like this message is coming out because you're just in this place of where you're like, I want to live my dreams, but you feel like you don't have the right major, you don't have the resources, you don't feel like you're able to make it happen. And what God is saying is that you can make it happen if you just take responsibility of your thoughts. You stop focusing on the problem and you just move in the direction of your dreams. Okay? All right. I'm going to end this message. What are we going to end this message with? Yeah, work your light. Angel number 2620. These are my favorite cards. I always go to work your light. I gotta stop though. I always be like, work your light, work your light. Okay. There is no shortage of time or money. I am developing the skills to direct my thoughts. The law of attraction adds to both my problems and the solution, responsibility and contentment. And I also feel like this is happening because we are in this period of where it's just very fertile ground. I'm going to do an energy reading next. I told you guys the month of March is all about brand new beginnings, and it's also going to be like that, I want to say, until maybe April or May. No planets are in retrograde. 2 new moons in Aries. Like, this is just really a powerful time, and God is just asking you to take responsibility. You can have whatever you want if you just take responsibility for your life. All right, God, what do we need to focus on? What is the final message? Allow no room for doubt or confusion. Beautiful. The message that we're going to focus on is warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? I knew it. And underneath this is boundaries. Where do I need to establish better boundaries? So a lot of you guys, I feel like because for me, I feel like I'm getting this energy that you just, you're a people pleaser. Sorry. I am an ex-people pleaser, so it's okay. I'm saying that from experience. And so I feel like you need to establish some better boundaries. And honestly, I talk about like being alone a lot and being like, I'm lonely or why I don't have friends. But if I'm being honest, I needed to be alone. I needed to have this time alone, because if I did not have this time alone, like, I don't think I would have ever got to know myself so clearly and to become so confident in myself and to love myself and to, I don't know, like, I think this time alone just really got me clear on who I am, what I want, and where I'm going. And it really helped me establish my boundaries. It also, like, when you have this vision about who you want to be in your life, you have to protect that vision. You have to protect it, protect your vision, protect yourself. And sometimes that happens when you create boundaries. I also just recently, Angel number 2838, just saw this video from Gabrielle Union that said her beauty tip for Kavya would be drink water and have boundaries, because nothing aids you faster than bad boundaries. That's a word. That's a motherfucking word. Okay, Angel number 56. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. You are here for a reason. You are being called to bravely pave a path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul-filled life is not all fluff and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-filled life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts. And the more resistance we have towards answering a calling, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage. In her famous line, "I'm not afraid, I was born to do this." But the thing about courage is that it is not possible without fear. So if you're feeling afraid, what is needed is courage. And courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears as an opportunity to expand. rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in this light, as uncomfortable as it might feel, it's actually a sign you are on the right track. All right, y'all. Oh, that just made me so happy. You are on the right track. Angel number 3003. Bam. If you think that this message is just all about, you've been thinking about going after your dreams, this message is confirmation that you can go after your dreams, that it is possible. There is no shortage of time or money. All you got to do is stop focusing on the problem so that you can find a solution. All right, y'all. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message, you are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.